have a skin cluster on you? No, we don't. I thought we did. Okay, you don't have a skin cluster, so that explains a few things. I was wondering why the lips were not deforming with any of these. So yeah, I need to go ahead and attach these guys to the skin cluster real quick. So that's going to make white painting interesting. Okay. How do I add these to the skin cluster?
Is there influences?
Huh?
Modify.
Skin.
Shelby?
Editing.
Is there influence?
You're close.
Add influence.
I'm going to go where?
Skin. Add influence.
There's no add influence.
Or
Editing.
There you go. Okay. So adding that in, that gives me a smirk. She's feeling sassy. All right, so we got that. And this. It's like when you click the head joints, like you can see the entire universe. So we need to go make sure we can't open the jaw still, because with adding that influence, it's going to kind of screw things up a little bit. Okay. So paint you out. Kind of terrifying, to be honest. Alright. What are you hooking onto over here? Oh. Alright, so the reason why she looks like she's really freaking happy right now is because we got those jaw corner joints we need to work with. Just gonna smooth that out. So for the bottom lip, I'm going to go ahead and replace that and give us a little bit more influence here. Maybe not on the chin, maybe just more on the lip. And bottom left, do the same thing. I don't want to be too strong with it. Again, this is all part of like a rubber band they're working with, so I don't want to be too crazy with it. Lower opacity maybe. And smooth it out. Okay. Smooth. Smooth. Okay. This guy needs to be smoothed out. All right. Then we got our, let's see, where's our lips? Oh, okay. So here's our corner. What I might suggest is kind of like limiting this a little bit because there's a lot of geometry here that's being kind of taken over. So I'll probably go in with a value 0, kind of just really lightly just going to kind of like paint some of this out. You'll see it will kind of give you a little bit more control with like this joint right here. And take away a little bit of what we're seeing. Why'd you do that? And take a look all the way up here. That looks a little bit better for us. All right, so one thing I do want is I would like actually for this to kind of, this joint to kind of rubber band between both of these, so then when they open, it kind of just sits in between them. We could maybe add a little more weight to one or the other if we wanted to. And so we need to try to figure out a way to kind of accomplish that. So otherwise, it's going to be really kind of difficult to get the mouth to open properly with all these joint controllers without completely just ignoring the weighting on the corner of the mouth. So one option we have, since we do have our offset groups, we could parent constrain between this controller or this joint and this joint, that this guy actually will follow between the two. So let's kind of experiment and see if we can get this to work for us. So that's going to be, let's do, I'm going to rename that one. And so the reason I'm even working with the offset group and not necessarily directly with the controller is because if I put a parent constraint on the controller directly, that's going to extremely limit the movement that I can accomplish with that controller. Remember, because constraints are going to pop it right back to the original position at all times, and I'm not going to be able to move it. But if I do that with an offset, if I constrain to an offset, that gives me a layer of mobility with that controller. So while, yes, it is going to move between the two, I can still move the joint or the controller around freely within that group. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to accomplish? Okay. So let's go ahead and take the left one, and we'll do the right one. Okay. And I want to rubber band it between basically the jaw joint, or it could be the lip joints if we wanted to. Let's try the lips. I think that might work a little bit better for us. So let's do parent, parent, and then I'm going to grab this guy. I'm not 100% sure this will work, so bear with me. But I have a good feeling about it. So, all right, maintain offsets. Okay. So the idea is that if I pull him down, it moves both of these. Okay. If I move this, but I still can move this guy out if I want to. But then I can move this one up, and then this one down. And this one still kind of maintains its offset position because I am constraining the offset group, not the controller. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, if I'd done this with just the controller being parent constrained between both of those joints, what would happen to that controller? Could I move it? If I moved it and then I opened up the mouth, what would happen to that controller? Exactly, absolutely. It would snap back to its original position, and it kind of renders this whole exercise moot, right? Does So that actually works. That's good. All right, we'll try it again with the other two. So I'm gonna grab parent 1, parent 2, and then I'm gonna grab, let's do child, constrain parent. That did not work. What did I do? Right offset, so it's gonna be right here, here. Okay, let's try this again. Constrain parent. Maintain offset. Okay, something did not work. Why? Why did that not work? So I'm kind of looking at this. I'm wondering why it might not be working the way I want it to. I'm thinking it might be because the group has some rotational values on it. It may not be liking that. So I'm going to go and try a freeze transformation. And see if that'll fix it. So did not like that either. Let me try this. I'm going to grab the joint. I'm going to reset something right here. I'll take away that parent constraint. All right, so let's take you. I'm going to go ahead and freeze transformation. Okay. See if I can get this to work first. So I'm going to go and grab the joints again. Parent, mother, father, and this one. Constrain. And we'll do parent. So I didn't see a snap. That should work. I'm going to try it. Go ahead and constraining the controller to the joint. Constrain parent. So it should be good. Okay. 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 Looks like it's working. So that works. Now that should be a decent approach to getting a little bit of a rubber bandiness to the whole whole mouth area.